Lawyers march in Port Harcourt streets. Petition Donald Trump. Petition Donald Trump. Demand end to Tinubu'S emergency rule. What will Donald Trump do? Can Donald Trump do something like, does he have a say in Nigeria? Because I don't understand why people are petitioning Donald Trump. What's Donald Trump supposed to do? Now wow. Lawyers in defense of democracy recently staged a peaceful march demanding the reversal of President Tinubu's suspension of Governor Siminalayi and the Rivers Assembly members. The lawyers insisted that the declaration of an emergency rule was unconstitutional and urged the international community, including the United States, to intervene in Rivers crisis. United States. I don't understand. Is there anything that Donald Trump can do? The lawyers insisted that the declaration of emergency rule was unconstitutional. In a letter to former US President Donald Trump, the group described the suspension of elected officials as a breach of Nigeria's constitution, likening the development to a military rule. A group of lawyers, known as Lawyers in Defense of Democracy, has taken to the streets to demand the restoration of democratic governance in Rivers State. The group is calling on the United States and the international community to pressure the Nigerian government to rescind its decision to suspend Governor Siminalayi and the Rivers State House of Assembly. The lawyers, led by their country director, Barrister Uchechukwu Ude Sylvester, argued that the declaration of the state of emergency in Rivers State by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is unconstitutional and undermines democracy. They claimed that the president's actions was taken without clear and present danger and due process was not followed. In a letter to President Trump, they urged him to intervene, and pressure the Nigerian government to restore democratic rule in Rivers State. How is he going to pressure? What's his business with Nigeria? I don't know. Does Donald Trump has that power to pressurize the Nigerian government to do something? I don't know. If it's possible, they probably should do it, but I don't think so. The lawyers also condemned the National Assembly for ratifying the president's decision, describing it as an assault on democracy. They demand that President Tinubu reconsider his stand and allow Governor Fubara to continue his work as democratically elected governor of the state. In an era where democracy is supposed to reign supreme, giving democracy dividends to the masses, we have found ourselves at a crossroad, a sober moment of reckoning where constitutional order is being tested most brazenly, the letter said. The president who sought to uphold the constitution has taken a most unprecedented and unlawful steps with the suspension of democratically elected governor, deputy governor and the entire State House of Assembly under the guise of emergency rule. What emergency? Nigerians and Rivers people did not see or feel any such emergency. We did not, though. We did not. The places where there are even emergencies, they did not declare state of emergency there. In our law books, and we stand by this, no constitutional provision, statute, or any known convention gives the president the power to single-handedly dissolve the structure of an elected state government. Nowhere. It is well. Obina Odeoko says, Nigeria is a lawless country, a country where the judiciary can no longer uphold the law in its entirety, as in it is well. Azan Olushola says, is there any law that stipulates that Trump should put end to emergency rule in any part of the world? I don't know. I don't know why they think that Trump can do anything. I don't know. Probably there is something that they know that we don't know. Maybe there's something that they know that we do not know. Ifashegun Olubiyo says, are you sure these are truly lawyers? Pray, where is the nobility in their profession? Calling on Donald Trump to come and order our president to rescind the decision taken and approved by the highest law-making body of our nation. Trump that doesn't see any African leaders worthy of attending his inauguration. Exactly. A Trump who sees us as animals, not worthy of being called human beings. Haba. Exactly. Trump no send us for Nigeria. He doesn't send anybody. So why are people calling him? I don't understand. Otekayo Adewale says, it's a pity that we are educated and our country is being operated like illiterate people's country. We don't need to call on anyone to deliver us in this slavery. Let us know that we own the country Nigeria and not the president. And the Constitution makes the voice of the public, and when any public servant in the name of president is not respecting the law, it can be called to order and let him know that Nigeria is not his private company, where he can just take decisions just like that. No. It is well. Roland Roy says, I thought lawyers are intelligent, logical and informed people. The reverse seems to be the case here, considering the political rule of non-interference in the internal affairs of other nations. When this guy taught that principle in school as part of international conventions and law guiding states, deal with your tipping, it's your karma, no be small thing. Dawayo says, idiots are petitioning Trump, liars who call themselves lawyers. So Trump, upon all his volatile actions against your people, is your savior. Like, I don't understand why Trump. I don't know, wait, what are you petitioning Trump for? To recolonize Nigeria? Or to set his soldiers to invade Nigeria? Do you think Trump is interested in wasting his resources? For what benefit in Nigeria? What mineral resources are available to haste from your country? Or do you think USA gets involved when there is nothing to steal for US? I don't know. Sami Eke says, Mr. President, listen to the voice of the teeming people of Rivers State of Nigeria. This is a clarion call to annul the emergency rule in Rivers State and restore the democratic norms in the state. The emergency rule. I'm pretty sure that 6 months is not going to be complete. I think that it's going to be complete though. Ralph Wali says, bunch of ignoramus protesting as if emergency rule is not enshrined in the constitutions. When certain situation calls for it. Not the situation of what is happening in Rivers State. There was no situation in Rivers State that called for a state of emergency. None. There was nothing happening in Rivers State that would have warranted them to call a state of emergency. Marvelous says, now they call US. You have forgotten what Afghanistan told the world about them. Who do you think is fueling Ukraine and Russia? Well, exactly. Trump, I think Trump is part of the people fueling it. He's acting as if he wants to resolve it. He's been saying that, oh, they should resolve it. But he actually wants something from Ukraine. I think he's collecting some resources from them to help. Really, I think he's part of what is going on in Russia and Ukraine. I think so. Frank Willie says, Tinubu, you have destroyed Nigeria. Why? Why? How is he going to answer that question now? Felix Odron says, wasting your time. Your children's destiny is in your hands, not America. Zakayo says, some people don't have sense. What is the business of Trump with an independent country like Nigeria? Is Trump your colonial master? Nonsense people with Ogoro head. Because really, I don't know if Trump can do anything. Amy Compo says, if Obama know that he went to beg Wiki, inferior post everywhere. Okay? And this is another Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.